Hi, everyone. Welcome to Custody Matters, Thursday edition. My name is Danica, and I'm here to be of service to you. So today, there's a couple of things I wanted to cover. I want to cover overcoming abuse allegations, abuse accusations in a family court situation. I also wanted to share with you our exciting news about, well, there's a couple of things coming up. Before I get into the abuse accusations conversation, I wanted to talk to you about the fact that April is coming up. April is Parental Alienation Awareness Month, and specifically April 25th is the day that we honor Parental Alienation Awareness Day, and it's a global event. It's where people like yourself have come together, maybe alone or with a group of people, and they've just promoted in their area what is parental alienation and hostile aggressive parenting and things like that. And and it's really awesome because it's super easy to request a proclamation from the mayor of your town, deeming it Parental Alienation Awareness Month. There's templates to follow in request of this, and it's such a very common thing in the community. When you call the commission office, they're constantly putting somebody on the books to receive a proclamation, and a lot of times they have their own templates. So it's a great way that doesn't take a whole lot of effort and yet make a huge impact, because a lot of times these city commission meetings are televised. It also gives us an opportunity to get on the radio stations and just maybe set up a table at a community event in the spring. There's all kinds of really cool community events that are happening. So something to consider doing. And the Parental Alienation Awareness Day has culminated as what's called Bubbles of Love Day. And a lot of times, if you get these little sample bubbles or even big bubbles, you can just set up a little display at a city park where you know children are going to be there, and definitely parents are there, and allow these children an opportunity to play, because the bubbles are a symbol of the freedom and the carefree spirit of being of childhood. Because when you think about bubbles, you don't think about strife and conflict and stuff like that. You think of fun and freedom and all that. So something to consider is in April. The other thing that I wanted to share with you is I've been selected to attend the AFCC annual conference. What is AFCC? AFCC, the national conference is in DC, and it is the 55th annual conference of Association of Family and Conciliation Courts. And we're all meeting. The people who are members of AFCC are all over North America. They are lawyers, they're judges, they are mental health counselors, they're mediators like myself, they're educators, different kinds of people. We're all coming together to try to learn and deal with the issues that have to do with conflict, family conflict. So AFCC's mission is improving the lives of children and families through the resolution of family conflict. So anyways, I'm excited about that. I think we have one other member of Custody Matters that's going to be joining me up in June. And so if you have any interest, or if you have any information that you'd like for me to take note of, please private message me. I would love to hear that so that I can better serve you. Let's see here. All right. Back to the topic at hand, overcoming abuse accusations. Now, I got a private message from a member here in regards to making allegations. Now, just so you know, okay, so one of the things that we need to talk about is that it's not your business what your ex thinks of you. It's your business what you think of your ex. What does that mean? Meaning that don't let them live in your head rent-free. Don't let your time, your emotions, your brain power be sucked up by all the negativity and the concern and the what ifs, living in the what if world of when you're thinking about what they're doing. The biggest thing for you to do, the best thing for you to do is to worry, why am I spending so much time thinking negative thoughts and stuff like that? Why am I worrying? Why am I living in fear? Why am I living in the what if world, filled with anxiety and all that? We really have to compartmentalize it, put it in a box and set it aside, and get that it is not serving me to focus on that. We really need to be like in the video that I posted earlier in the week of the little toddler. She was up on the second story of an apartment complex, and her mom was videotaping her, and you could tell mom was just so happy that her daughter was happy, and her daughter was happy because her daddy was coming to visit with her, and I could tell just from the dynamics that daddy wasn't there to see mommy. Daddy was there to take care of, to pick up his 2-year-old and spend time with her, because he didn't even actually come in the front door. He was at the door when the little girl came to the door and answered it and came to spend time with him. So I was so excited. I was so excited that there was a mom that was so supportive of how her child was feeling. And we don't know what kind of relationship mom and dad have now, but you could tell that mom was all about the child's emotions, because even as a 2-year-old does feel when it's not okay to love her other parent in front of the parent that she's with. They definitely pick up on it, and 2-year-olds are they're like little parrots. They repeat things. Okay, so overcoming abuse accusations. It kind of is in the same vein of not living in the what if world, because the thing is you've understanding that, I know it's scary and it can be a fearful situation when when the other parent is taking your child to the doctor for abuse, bruises and scrapes and things like that. But understand that this professional, keep in mind, first of all, don't create an adversarial relationship with these people who in your life who could possibly end up being testifying in a court situation. That's doctors, that's principals, that's teachers, that's mental health counselors, that's a gamut of people. Don't have an adversarial relationship with them. That is, even if you feel that you sense that professional is definitely swayed against you, it's very important to not create a deeper rooted enemy. Understanding that none of these professionals want to get subpoenaed to go to court. And none of these professionals want to do something that could possibly emotionally hurt, damage that child. So they're not going to put themselves out on a limb for a parent unless they truly believe that those bruises and those scrapes are from abuse or neglect. And if at all possible, don't go down that road of making accusations with the authorities, with child services, when you absolutely know that that's just not the case. You know that the child fell off their bike, or things happen. Kids get burned on stoves, and it's not that the parent was neglectful. It was just something that just happened. So if we cut that out, we eliminate a huge problem in the courts. And to be honest, that's why one of the reasons that the courts are so jammed up is, and although I don't agree with with a lot of times the courts don't make any headway. They're not, the judges sometimes are not making any decisions because they don't want to make the wrong decisions, or they're so used to the revolving door of high drama kind of accusations and stuff like that coming in the door that they just get numb to it, so that they can't even really see the real concerns. So I guess the thing is you really have to look at it from the professional's perspective, and understand that, okay, fine, there may be false allegations, maybe allegations against you, and maybe some might be somewhat true, maybe overly exaggerated, but somewhat true. The best thing you can do is to admit to what's true, and be completely as transparent as possible. Because the thing is they start seeing the transparency instead of the shut them down, I didn't do anything kind of stuff. Like it's difficult to trust somebody who completely shuts you down. Whereas a person who's completely transparent, they say, you know what? Yep, you know what? He did this and this and this, and he burned his hand, and we took care of it, and these are the steps that we did to take care of it. So interesting. There are some tools out there with, in fact, one that's the Our Family Wizard is one that's become very prevalent in regards to recording different kinds of interactions with the parents. But it's important to just log that. And if you don't want to go to a paid platform like Our Family Wizard, you can use Google Calendar and just make a private note on the calendar every time, just sort of document it, sort of like just a journal. You're just keeping a journal of what's so and all that, and it covers you. But the thing is you've got to put that down, you got to write it down, and then put it out of your mind, set it aside. It's just compartmentalizing things, otherwise you will lose your mind with the worry and the churning and stuff like that in your head of all the what ifs that could be happening and all that. So I hope that's been helpful. There's a lot of other things that we talk about in regards to false allegations, false accusations of child abuse or neglect, and that we can discuss. But if you have any concerns, just give me a private message and we can discuss that one-on-one. All right. I hope you've enjoyed our Thursday edition of Custody Matters, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend.